words of wisdom from Wisconsin. And today's show is going to be full of information. You know how it is when you're on social media and you're tweeting with someone or direct messaging or whatever, and they use just capital letters, just 3 or 4 letters. Instead of writing out a whole sentence, everybody is abbreviating all of our communications now. And sometimes you don't know what all those letters mean. Well, fear not, because stay tuned. I'm going to give you a little tutorial on what the most commonly used little acronyms and abbreviations are. So stay tuned. Okay, this is the one that started it all. I have a friend, I'll change her name to protect her innocence, Galinda. Hi, Galinda. And she wrote something to me, and she said, HAGD. And I wrote back, oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Maybe a nap will help. She said, why? And I said, well, you're haggard. She said, no, HAGD means have a good day. Now you know. It's not haggard. It's have a good day. Okay? That's the first one. That'll get you going. Okay, now this next one is, I've seen this all over the place. All over. When somebody does something funny or says something funny, people will write LOL. Okay? Now, this goes way back to the medieval period and the Celtic times and all of that. You see, here's where this all comes in. It's all like old wives' tales and myths and whatnot. You see, they're leprechauns, okay? Leprechauns are like solitary fairies, and they will come and like mess with you when you're laughing. It's kind of like the old myth that when a baby laughs, someone's hair falls out. Or like, when somebody sneezes, they think that your heart stops. So they say, God bless you, in case your heart never starts up again. You never recover from your sneeze. It's that kind of thing. It's like a little warning, knock on wood type thing. So when somebody says something funny, they write LOL, which means it's kind of like a warning, because you'll laugh. And when you laugh, the leprechauns attack. Lock out leprechauns. Remember that. This is like a preventative. You put a buffer around yourself so that leprechauns cannot invade your personal space when you're laughing, because that's what they want to do. Now, this other one, this is similar. LMAO. It's also related to the leprechauns and the laughing. It means Leprechaun Moratorium and Offense. So this is like a proactive. This is like a real big buffer to keep the leprechauns out when you're laughing. So remember those two. You use that for funny things. Okay, now speaking of okay, how about okay? Where does this come from? Well, I went on the Google and I found out that okay started in like 1839 in Boston, a newspaper. When they were going to go to print, they said okay, which means all correct. Because back then people didn't know how to spell. They thought all was spelled O-L, all, and correct was K-O-R-R-E-K-T, maybe. That's how they spelled it, like it sounds, okay. So it means all correct. And then it kind of like, okay, but then even this thumb sign, you don't want to do this in certain countries like in Iran and Iraq. This kind of is like the naughty finger. So don't do this in certain areas. This isn't universal. It's not worldwide. So be careful when you travel. Okay, here's another one. WTF. Now this is good for like if you're going to go outside and you're like, what's the Fahrenheit? Which is another fancy way. It's a scientific way of saying, do I need a jacket? Okay, now if you're speaking of traveling, if you're in a different part of the world and they use Celsius, you say WTC. What's the Celsius? Okay, so it's kind of like, it's just kind of like, what's the weather like outside? Okay, this one, IDK, I don't know what this one means. I've looked it up. I don't know what that one means. IDK, I don't know. Okay, TY, that means tidy up. It's like, hey, tidy up this conversation, tidy up your room, tidy up the kitchen counter. You get the gist. Okay, OTW, Uncle Charlie's had a little bit too much beer. He needs to go OTW on the wagon. Yep. Oh, this is one of my favorites. RNRLLTUTIM, RNRLLTU. It's a little bit long to write, But once you get the gist, you can use this all the time. It's from Bay City Rollers. This is my rock and roll love letter to you. This is my rock and roll love letter. So this is maybe what you want to write if you're in love with someone. So you're going to send them a rock and roll love letter. Sign it and seal it and send it away. Okay. K-O-T means keep on trucking. Okay? So you can write this one to somebody like, hi, K-O-T. Keep on trucking. Have a good day. Keep on trucking. And then if you want to write something a little bit sassy and a little bit saucy, D-U-O-T-S. Do unto others, then split. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. All right, in a certain country. That's the equivalent of that. Okay. MLC. This is when you want to like say this is funny. This means Moe, Larry, and Curly it, the Three Stooges. So when you write something funny and then you put MLC, this is what the person reading it is going to think and hear. Sweetenly. Oh, great band from the 70s. Kiss. Some people say, oh, it means keep it simple, silly. Or keep it simple, stupid. If you're a little bit like Alf, that's what you'd say. But I know it really means knights in Satan's service. Oh, naughty, naughty, naughty. Okay, well, there you go. I hope that this has been informative and it has given you some tips and ideas on how you can use shorty commands and the little abbreviations to communicate. And I will see you next time. Stay safe and ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.